gosh, you guys are actually fucking amazing. The other night I caught myself crying because of how thankful I was. Like, the comment sections really do it for me. I don't want to get into it, but man, y'all just don't know. Hello and welcome to the Random Talks, where we speak of everything and nothing at the same damn time. Yes, I will be touching my hair because listen, this is my first time wearing my hair straightened in like almost a year. It's been like 7 months. That's not almost a year. Well, it's been like 7 months since I wore my hair straightened or even out. Like, I've just been wearing wigs and protective styles because I did fuck up my hair last year, and I was like, absolutely not. We're not doing that again. My ends need to get cut, so if they look a little straggly, girl, that's why. We're gonna be talking about coochie. Even if you don't have one or you don't like pussy, that does not mean you don't need to learn. Okay, just so you know. If you like men, you know men have pussies too, right? There are some men with pussy, so please don't do that. Don't do that. Your mama has a pussy, your sister has a pussy, your best friend has a pussy, and even though you might not be able to use that information every day, it's still nice to know about. Okay, just so we're both on the same page before you go and click off, because it's like, oh girl, that's not my conversation. Oh yes, the fuck it is. Sit your ass back down. First of all, just so we're both on the same page, this is technically the first episode of my sex talks. I don't know what we're gonna call it. Maybe you guys can name these episodes for me. So every other week I'll be putting out an episode based around like sexual education and sexual experience. So if you can, come up with a name in the comment section, but like, actually, don't listen to me say it and then don't do it. Like, come up with something, girl. But for this first episode, we are talking about coochies, because one of my episodes I was talking about how like pubic hair, especially on the vagina, is okay and it's natural. I don't think y'all heard me when I said it, so I'm gonna dedicate an episode to this so people can really understand what I mean when I say it's not specifically about pubic hair, but it's, you know, learning about pubic hair and why it's necessary, because I definitely feel as if we're in a time where being natural isn't perfection. And it's really sad to see, first of all, because no one's perfect, just so we're both on the same page. And then something that's natural that we have, we don't see it as perfection, which I can definitely see why this is apparent, because we have things like filters, we have things like social media that kind of lets us see the real world. Right. And we see all the flaws in reality. And that's really scary, because something like the vagina is so important and it's so precious. But I feel as if like the idea of what a perfect vagina or what the vagina is supposed to look like, or not even the vagina, the vulva. Because first of all, just so we know, vulva is the outside of the vagina, and then vagina is the vagina. Just so we're both on the same page. But yeah, like, there's just this perfect image nowadays that like what the vulva should look like. And it's like, girl, the hair is there to protect the coochie. Okay? People see discharge and think that, oh, I'm nasty. It's not. Like, girl, it's discharge. Your coochie is literally cleaning itself. We have girls out here using 70 types of fucking body scrubs and soaps and thinking they supposed to smell like lemon drop, gumdrop, a brown sugar melt bar. Bitch, no. You're not. You're not supposed to taste like fruit. Who the fuck told you that? Why did we even start this when that's just not true? And it's dangerous, because now we have young women out here growing up believing that they're supposed to taste like bubblegum hop hop. No, bitch, what the fuck even is that? Bubblegum hop hop? I put that shit out my ass. But like, you see what I'm talking about? You see how dumb that sounds? Like, I cannot imagine eating coochie and that shit tastes like fruits. In my mind, that's uncanny. Because I know. Girl, why your coochie taste like mango? What you putting up? Like, I'm scared. Unless it's like a lubricant. And even the lube, it kind of tastes weird. Like, y'all know those lubes that are flavored? They taste weird to me. Like, that's weird to me. So let's start with pubic hair. What's the deal with pubic hair? By the way, I'll be listing the articles that I sourced from in the, maybe not the comment section, but probably the description. So look out for that. So the purpose of pubic hair is to protect us. Like I said, girl. Just like the hair around the ears, nose, and eyes, it keeps the skin of your vulva warm and moisturized. It protects the delicate skin from friction during sexual activity. It keeps dust, dirt, and germs away from the vagina to prevent infection. Again, to prevent infection. If you keep getting UTIs and you're like, damn girl, what's the fucking problem? Well, because first of all, you go and get a Brazilian every other week. And then you wash your pussy with mango flavored gushy gush, whatever the fuck you wash your pussy with. And then you be confused why you got a UTI. Girl, I'm not shaming you. I'm just seeing, like, you seeing what I'm talking about? Okay, let me continue. So boom. Researchers even suspect pubic hair may play a role in sexual attraction and sexual pleasure. Oh, I'm about to read some people and they're not going to like this. I do not want a bald vulva because it resembles a child. Like, it's one thing to have it trimmed, it's one thing to have a bush, and it's one thing to have it bald. Bald pussy scares me because why are you attracted to bald poom poom? It's okay to have a preference, but your preference stems from pedophilia. Like, it gives me that vibe that your preference stems from pedophilia, because it's like, I understand having thin hair, but I don't know. Most of the women I meet and most of the women I know have hair on their coochie because hair is there to protect the coochie. Men that don't like hair, or women that don't like hair, or people that don't like hair on a coochie, it's a little uncomfortable for me, because I'm like, so you don't like healthy coochie. I'm not saying that you have to have hair to have healthy coochie, but hair is there to protect the vagina. Like, and if you take away the hair, like, it's meant to be there. It's not just there for your visual pleasure. And as much as it's like, I like bald pussy because the hair doesn't get in my mouth. Girl, you're telling me you don't want a healthy pussy that just happens to have hair over a bald pussy that's not healthy and happy? That's all I gotta say. You can have the best of both worlds. Some people are fortunate to have that, but a lot of people are not. Like, they're dying to have this bald coochie, and coochie is not meant to be bald. And now people think it's the standard, or they think it's like how it should be. No. What's more, the vagina is a self-cleaning organ. If you sense a little body odor, it's because your pubic hair is doing its job of trapping sweat, oil, and bacteria to care for your pubic area. All you need to do is regularly rinse with water. So let's just say you having a long day, right? It's been long, you've been moving around, you've been sweating, and then you going, ooh, ooh, girl, ooh. You smell a little sweat. That's actually a good thing. Of course, that means get your big ass in the shower and rinse that coochie, but that's a good thing, because that's, the vagina cleaning itself and pushing out the hair, the bacteria, the sweat, the dust, everything that's not supposed to be in your vagina. So, thank you to the pussy. Everybody say thank you, pussy. Also, a reason why I went on that big ass rant about not shaving and not waxing or feeling like you don't need to is because, let me tell you a story, girl. Now, girl, y'all can't be judging me now. So I had this guy that I was feeling. We had a great night. Ended up going back to his place, having intercourse. I did not use protection. The whole time I was like, oh my gosh, I should have used protection. Like, I forgot, blah, blah, blah. You get caught up, you get lost in it. Don't get caught up, don't get lost in it, because it only takes one time for you to catch something. You might not, but you definitely can. So let's just make sure we're both on the same page. Please don't be like me in this story. Be careful. So boom, we have intercourse. And then the next day, I didn't mention that I shaved. I shaved before I seen him. Because I was like, it's been a while. Let me just shave it, because why not? Boom. So I shaved. And then the next day, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I'm feeling bad, because I'm like, damn, I should have used protection, blah, 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 blah. And then I start to feel an itch. I said, rascalat. And then I start to itch more. I said, rascalat. I'm like, he gave me something. So then I'm at work the whole time, doing I'm doing a little stance so I could scratch the itch, but I don't scratch it at the same time. So I won't touch it, but I could relieve that feeling of an itch. And I'm like, oh my gosh, when I get home, I'm gonna look at my coochie. So you know what I did when I got home? I looked at my coochie. I ran to the bathroom. I got my mirror and I laid on that bed and I propped my legs up. Also, girls, or guys, or everybody, don't be afraid to look at your coochie. Like, don't be afraid to look at your coochie. One thing my mom did teach me that was actually pretty valid was you should be comfortable looking at your poom poom. Like, it's your poom poom. You should be able to draw you should have photogenic memory of your coochie, okay? You need to be able to draw your coochie. If there is an interrogation and they like, oh, draw the suspect, you should be able to draw that hoe out. Oh, and she got a little mole right here and everything, okay? Look at your coochie. Observe your coochie so you know when it's looking fine, you know when something's not okay, you know, like, so you know about you, like, get to know her, meet her, don't be scared of her. I'm saying her, but it ain't gotta be a her, it could be a him, it could be a they, it could be a it, whatever you want to call your coochie. That's your coochie, that's your business, not my business. So boom, I go home, I prop my legs up, I say, oh shit, girl, I have like these little, like, it's like irritation. It wasn't bumps, but it was like, it looked irritated, it was red. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, I'm done. I'm dead. It's over. Because mind you, I ain't even really like him like that. I was just like, you know what? Let me see what's good with it. It was good. It was a adventurous night, but it wasn't that adventurous for me to catch something. So I call off the next day and I'm like, absolutely fucking not. I said, I'm sick, bitch. I'm sick. Oh, I was sick to my stomach for real. Yes, I was sick to my stomach. I went right to go and get tested. Girl, I spent like 4 or 5 hours, not even 5 hours, probably like close to 7. I spent like 7 hours there because it was a little bit of a wait, bro. It was irritation from shaving. They said, you're good. I was like, what do you mean? I said, run that shit back. We gonna do it again. They're like, no, everything came back negative. And I was like, so what the fuck is that? And he was like, oh, it just looks like it might be like a razor burn. I said, so I'm gonna give you some antibiotics. Here's a cream. I said, cream? Since that day, I tell myself, I said, never again. Never again will I be put in a situation where I think I have an STD or something because I shaved my coochie. And I'm not saying I'm you, but I'm also saying that's a possibility. Another thing to keep in mind, I only started getting like razor bump irritations when I got a Bartholin cyst. For the people that are like, what the fuck is that? Oh my gosh. It's literally my worst fucking nightmare. A Bartholin cyst is a fluid-filled swelling in the Bartholin glands which lubricate the vagina. So, you know the glands that make you wet, that make that coochie wet, that keep that wet on wet. Yeah. Those can get clogged up and they hurt like I couldn't walk for 3 months. Okay? I had to have surgery twice to get it drained, which I shouldn't have had to have surgery twice. I had to go to 2 different hospitals because the first hospital I went to was just scam and it was expensive and they didn't even do what the fuck they needed to do right. So I had to go to a black hospital and they got me right, just so we're both on the same page. No tea, no shade, but girl, yeah. I'm not gonna say which hospital because I owed them money, but yeah, I probably shouldn't have said on it. Whatever. Anyway, so like ever since I got that, I started getting razor bumps because my coochie was like, oh no, girl, I'm sensitive and I get it in the same area. So you can be careful when it comes to shaving if you notice that you have maybe some sensitive skin in that area. Like the vagina is so sensitive and I didn't know that because I was just throwing around the razor. I was just throwing that shit around, but I didn't notice how sensitive the vagina really is. So keep that in mind when, like, of course, I get wanting it to look like pretty. I get wanting it to look a certain type of way based off of society's standards or even based off of just for yourself. Like, I get that. If you just want a clean, bald pussy, I get it. But you don't need one is what I'm saying. I understand one and one. But if every time you shave, girl, you get a big ass razor burn, why the fuck you keep shaving? I'd be saying that to myself. So I catch myself shaving sometimes too. But I have a razor now. I use the Philips. I use the Philips one, and it's like a green one, and I just run that shit on the crack of my ass and a little bit on the lips, and it's cute. I keep the top, I trim the top, but I keep, I'm just saying what I do. I know that might be TMI for some of you, but hey, we talking about sex, we talking about pussy, baby. This is what these episodes are for. They're to educate you, and I'm educating you on how I keep myself from having razor burns. Now, it gets it cute and it keeps it cute, but it's not like a typical razor. You understand? Also, clean your razors. Don't use the same razor if you're going to use it on the poom poom. Use a different one. Clean it with alcohol. Make sure it's disinfected. Like little things that you can do if you do want that effect. I'm saying you don't have to, but in case you do, this is the extra steps you can take. Again, now I don't do that shit all the time. I do this shit every shit. I do it once in a blue moon. Well, you know, when you need to mow the lawn, I'm mow the lawn, but I don't, you know, I just trim it up a bit. This is another funny story time that I can tell that actually goes in hand with what I'm about to tell you guys. So one day, my mom is in my room. She being nosy. You know, your parent come in your room and they start walking around, like being nosy. They talking to you, looking at stuff and stuff like that. I get up. I'm in the kitchen. I just hear my mom scream. I said, "Oh my God, what the fuck? What happened?" Girl, the girl done found my vibrator. I was like, "Oh my God, like, put it. What are you doing?" She's like, "Oh my God, I didn't know you had one of these." I said, "Stop. Why would you go and look through?" And first of all, I said, that's good for your ass. That's good for yours. Cause why you going through my shit? Why you going through my shit? Like, I get, you know, when you having fun, you're looking at stuff. What you got in here? I get that. I get looking at stuff. But who told you going to lift up my pillow? Why you so curious? Why the fuck is you so curious? So then another conversation started from that. And she was like, "Oh, like, don't use the vibrator too much, because, you know, you might get broken pussy." She didn't say broken pussy, but I forgot what she said. But that's basically what she said. It's like, you might get broken pussy. And when I tell you my heart dropped to my ass, I said, girl, I didn't tell her this, but in my mind I said, girl, I use that shit at least 3 times. Don't judge me. I would use that shit like 3 times a day. So when she said that, my heart dropped to my ass, because I said, oh my gosh. Because basically what she was insinuating is that when you use it a lot, that's a word, whatever. But basically what she was saying is that when you use it a lot, it may desensitize the coochie. So if you have like maybe any sexual things that you do with another person, it's going to be harder for them to get you where you got to go. And all I got to say is, Mom, you a lying ass motherfucker. I'm never listening to you when it comes to the coochie again, girl. And the thing is, she was a nurse. So I'm not saying a nurse needs to know about this, because that's not an OB-GYN. But I said, girl, you got to know something. Why you spreading misinformation out here? For years, I deprived myself of pleasure because of misinformation. So let me tell you what you need to know about sexual pleasure when it comes to the vagina. So let's start with the question, which is, will using a vibrator too often desensitize my clitoris? The answer is no. Your vibe isn't going to wreck your V. That's so funny. I like that they said that. Dead vagina syndrome is a non-medical, fear-mongering term invented by people who don't really understand female masturbation, orgasms, pleasure, or vaginal and vulvar anatomy. You see how they ate? I've never done that. I don't know why I felt the need to do that. I'm sorry to everyone that cringes out. Because I don't get cringed out by it, but it's like, oh, okay, girl, yeah, I get it. Very demure, very cutesy. What? Some people out there might have been told this, and for years, they were like, oh, girl, I don't use sex toys because I'm going to get broken pussy. Broken pussy from pleasuring yourself? I swear that shit stems from people not wanting to see women pleasure. Like, there's just no way. Where did y'all get that from? So what about men? If they beat their meat too much, they gonna stop coming? Well, I don't know. Maybe. Some niggas be excessive with it. But you see how that sounds, though? Speaking of female orgasms, the G-spot. If you have a G-spot, it's likely because of your clitoris. It says here, let me read that again. If you have a G-spot, it's likely because of your clitoris. Let's see what the fuck they mean by that, okay? Pop culture has been obsessed with the G-spot for decades, leading many to feel pressure to find the supposed erogenous hotspot. But then a 2017 study failed to locate the G-spot, and another large study found less than a quarter of people with vaginas climax from only penetration. So there isn't strong evidence of the G-spot's anatomical existence. If you love having the front wall of your vagina touched or stimulated, your clitoris's internal network is probably to thank. A lot of y'all don't even really have a G-spot. Like, there's no G-spot. Now, for men, that shit in the butt. That shit in the booty. The butt is coming up next. That's probably gonna be next episode. Yeah, I'm watching you, Badussy. I'm coming for your ass. Literally. But A lot of y'all don't even have like an actual G spot. So these are like things that I'm learning. I'm learning about climaxing. And then some people don't even climax. Some people have sex and they think that they're like an oddball for not climaxing. In fact, I learned a new word while researching for the podcast today. Let me tell you what anorgasmia is, because I said, what the fuck is anorgasmia? Delayed, infrequent, or absent orgasms, or significantly less intense orgasms after sexual arousal and adequate sexual stimulation. Women who have problems with orgasms and who feel significant distress about those problems may be diagnosed with anorgasmia. Now, symptoms of anorgasmia can be delayed orgasm, absence of orgasm, fewer orgasms, and less intense orgasms. So, listen, if you do have problems with orgasms, maybe look into anorgasmia. Maybe talk to your doctor, see if they can check it out. But also, it can happen because of past or sexual emotional abuse. So maybe not even just like your doctor. Maybe talk to, I think there's, what is it called? I'm not a sex therapist, but it's someone who deals with when it comes to sexual tension based off of trauma. I forgot what it's called. But it's just, I'm going to look it up in the comment section because I need to go talk to one of those myself, my boy. But like, so these are things that you can look into. Another factor is lack of knowledge about sexual stimulation or interactions. So if the person that you're with or even yourself, if you don't know how to please yourself, you won't get to where you want to be. And I get that. We're human. But maybe look into things that make you feel good and that can get you where you want to be. Or even speak with your partner. Talk to your partner. Tell your partner what feels good. It ain't got to be your partner. Y'all could be just on a first date. But if you're the person that you're fucking, they want to just get to their end goal and they don't want to help you, that's weird. You shouldn't be fucking them. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't really got to give a fuck about you. But you gonna leave that with something. You gonna make sure you leave that with something, aren't you? You better. You gonna be fucking somebody just for the fun of it. No. We're not doing that anymore. We shouldn't have even started doing that. Just we're both on the same page. But I get it. Things happen. You got to do what you got to do. But if you have the choice and you have the mental space to be able to say what you want, especially in bed, then I advocate that. Also, another factor can be poor body image. So if you think that if you're embarrassed or you just don't like the way your body look, it can also affect if you orgasm. I get that too. Whoa, okay. Wait a minute, I get that. So if you have a poor body image, like if you don't like the way you look, and especially in bed, like you can be in your head. Like I've definitely been in my head during, you're not always going to be there. Sometimes your head wanders off, but like I've definitely wandered off in bed and I'm like, oh my gosh, like is my stomach looking big? Like does my face look funny when yeah, okay, wow. See, I'm learning some shit about myself because I hate like the way I look. Oh my God, that's horrible. So another thing, see what I mean? See what I'm talking about? So poor body image. If you feel like you look like, a little way, your mind start wandering, and then your girl is like, am I supposed to be focusing on this person or am I supposed to be focusing on me? So also the rest of the factors are guilt or embarrassment about sex, cultural or religious beliefs about sex, stressors such as financial problems or loss of a loved one, mental health conditions such as anxiety or depression. Again, all things that were listed here are modern day things that people go through and that we suffer with. So when you're in a situation where you're like, I cannot get where I need to go sexually, it's understandable because you might be, thinking about like how embarrassed you are about sex. You're thinking about how you got to pay the bills on Friday. Like your mind is other places, or like your body itself, it just doesn't feel comfortable being touched. So I want to wrap this up by saying the reason why I really wanted to do an episode where we talk about sexual experiences and sexual education is because I definitely feel like we're in the period where like sex is so common, but not many people are knowledgeable about it. You understand? So you're seeing people on OnlyFans. You're seeing how accessible Pornhub is. You're seeing all these erotic fan fictions. You're seeing all these erotic audios, which we'll talk about that in another episode because I love me some erotic audios. But like we're seeing all of these things that have to do with sex, but we don't really know about sex for ourselves. We're just reading or watching what works for other people. And then what we see is not usually real life. Like it's usually just all a fable, bitch. So it's like we're going based off these standards that aren't even real. So that's going to be it for that section. I know that was a little bit all over the place because I kind of just threw shit together. I was so excited. I kind of just threw shit together. Next episode will definitely probably, well, maybe not. Girl, I don't know. I just wanted to educate y'all and start this off with a little something so y'all know where my mind is at because I like learning. I'm learning some things about myself and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys might learn some things about yourself along the way too. So if I'm just throwing out shit and it gets a little random and it sounds a little random, welcome. Welcome to the random talk. You see what I did? Oh, you see what I did there? You see? So let's get into my next segment, latest obsessions. When I tell y'all be eating with the recommendations, I'm only going to give y'all one because I still have to watch the things that I talked about in the last obsession. This is going to be kind of short because I want these episodes to be mostly about, you know, the sexual education. So when it comes to the latest obsessions, I won't be going as hard as I normally would with like an average episode, just so we're both on the same page. And that's really only because, girl, I have a lot of things that I'm backed up on watching. And I need to watch it, but I really needed this video to go out to y'all because, again, every week I'm coming out with it. Every week, every Thursday at 12 a.m. EST, okay? Every week, every Thursday, 12 a.m. EST, bitch. So what I have here for anime. So this show is called, I don't know if I'm about to say this right. If I say it wrong, bitch, don't judge me. I'm going to tell you the description that they gave me, and then I'm going to do my own description. So they said this is about a girl named Mao Mao, whom is a apothecary. Yep, that's how you say it, apothecary. She gets kidnapped and sold to the imperial palace as a servant. They find out that she can read and write, which is not common in this time, and she gets promoted, allowing her to be able to solve medical mysteries and move up in society. Girl, basically what she said, this girl, she's picking herbs one day and they come and scoop her up and then they put her in this imperial palace and she's like a cleaning girl. She's doing all this shit and most of the girls there, they don't know how to read or write. I'm not gonna say they dumb. I was gonna say they dumb as fuck, but they're not dumb. They just weren't given that a chance in life. So she's the only one that could read and write, and she's like, oh no, I'm not gonna say shit because I need to get up out of here, and I don't want, like, I feel like it would be more trouble, or I'd have to be here longer if I tell these people that I'm intelligent or that I'm able. I can't tell them. So she's like, I'm gonna just get my shit and go. And then one day she fuck up. I'm not gonna tell you how she fucked up, but one day she fuck up because she let them know in a certain way with something. I'm trying not to spoil it in the best way, but it's so good. All I gotta say, I'm saying that to say, there is this man. This one character, when I tell you he got me blushing, I hate watching the anime and I'm blushing because what are you talking about? I love 2D men. It's bad. I can't. Last time I got obsessed with a 2D man, Gojo, I literally did not find any men. 3D, do I call it 3D men? Do I call them men? 4D men? What do I call men that walk around like real life men? I couldn't find real life men attractive because I'm like, I just want Gojo. I have a man. I'm not gonna say I'm not be attracted to my man and going like an anime character, but like, no, I'm kidding. That would never happen. But like, damn, I was like, ooh, he got fine with it. Just watch the anime, you'll know what I mean. I hope it's like more romance. I'm only on episode 2, so I really hope it's more romance. From what I've seen, it looks really, really cute. I like it. But let's see where the show goes. I'll probably let y'all know how it goes in the next episode. But I'm so excited to continue watching this. Actually, I'm going to watch this shit when I get off. I'm going to clean all this shit up. And I'm going to go watch my anime. Because I got to stop. I'm fangirling. Next, we have music. So for music, I wanted to do like a little bit of uns. Girl, I did uns. So we have Mind by Audrey Nuna. And she said, I'm going to need chips. I'm going to pay some bills. Why you flex when you share so lil? Stay on beat, there'd be no feels. Money don't beat that shit too real. Why you so mad? Hop in a coupe, pop in the back, body on you. Of course, she does it better. She does it better than I did. But from what she said, what? Pop in the back, body on you. Aye. Body on you. I just like that part when she's like, body on you. So next song is Mile High by Selena Killa featuring Tazzy. And they said, come into my life through an open door. Tell me what you like. Do you want some more? Baby, fuck the bed. Take it to the floor. Just tell me what you're waiting for. I'm telling you. This week, if you want to party, like, okay, let's say you at the house and you pre-gaming. You ain't even got to drink the pre-game. Let's just say you getting ready. You putting on your clothes or something. You're pre-gaming. Let's just say you pre-gaming. You put these songs on. Like, these are songs like you throw on so you can get like, you know, a little vibe. But you're not like, you know? It's just like a little vibe. You're feeling good. You're feeling cute. You're doing what you do. You're going about it. Like, this is what this is. It's a little vibe ting. Oh, y'all gonna be mad at me for this last song. Listen. This is where we separate the artist from the art. Again, this is where we separate the artist from Azalea Banks. I know. I know. Why the fuck she makes such good music, but she's so controversial? Oh my gosh, this song is good too. It's 1991. Who doesn't know 1991? It came on and I was like, fuck, I used to love this song. And then I added it to my playlist and I was like, fuck, I ain't be listening to Azalea Banks because she controversial. But I was like, fuck, it's all good. So this is where we're going to be separating the artist from the art. I'm sorry, guys. I just had to. So she said, young Killam in the denims, young Vellum on a mic, young villain been developing the heat that stick, elite rap bitch. I cut and send that beat back quick. Tip, all his niggas suck a D.I. dick. Cause you're not gonna, wait, what? Cause you're gonna be a bitch nigga. I'ma be that bitch. What? She said, elite rap bitch. I cut and send that beat back quick. Tip, and all his niggas suck a D.I. dick. Suck a D.I. dick. I'm gonna start using that. Oh, girl, that was too fast. Now I know I said I'm not gonna do too much for these episodes. I'll be lying. So this person said, which is kind of on brand because we were talking about the vagina. I don't know how that was on brand. Whatever. Anyway, sexual body count doesn't matter, and I'm sick of people claiming it does. I'm so sick of people not being able to get the LTR relationship they want simply because they've had sex with a lot of people or have had a ton of casual hookups. How much sex you have and how many people you have it with doesn't make you less relationship worthy. Judging people based on how many penises they've had in their vagina or how many vaginas they've stuck their penis in is the most ridiculous things humans have ever done. Damn. They're out of it. Damn. Why does it matter? If you're a man and you're committed to a woman now and she's committed to you now, how many men she's fucked before you is irrelevant. She's chosen to commit to you. She's not going to cheat on you. Most people are loyal people who want a commitment. I say the same thing goes for a man. How many vaginas he's put his penis in before choosing to commit to you doesn't matter. He's loyal to you now. This is 2024, not 1924. Women are people, not property. We have condoms. We have birth control. Sex is for pleasure, not just for procreation. One of the reasons women fought so hard for equality was so that we could have the same opportunities as men, so that we could be free to be our own people, not beings owned by men. Hookup culture is a thing. Get over yourselves and live with it. For Pete's sake, casual hookups do not make anybody less relationship material. Everybody deserves to find love in their happily ever after. Pedophiles and rapists are low-life scumbag pieces of shit that deserve to rot in prison if they ever act on those thoughts. I've had a total of... Wait, what? Where did that come from? I've had a total of 5 sexual partners from March 22nd, 2022 to today, and I finally got the committed relationship I wanted with 5. If I can have casual sex and still get what I want, which is commitment, then so can everybody else. Well, I'm going to read what this person says and I'm going to say how I feel. This person said, disagree. Sex is something that people have different viewpoints on. Some may take it as a casual sort of act, while others view it as something really private and probably a more deeper aspect than some others. It's just a preference. Doesn't mean the person with a high body count isn't worthy of being in a relationship, of course. But if the other person doesn't agree with their sexual viewpoints, then the two aren't compatible. Sex is something pretty intimate between two people after all. Plus, some people lie about their body count for a reason. So I do see both sides. Like, I see where someone's like, sex, like, that doesn't fucking matter. Like, my body count should not justify whether or not you want to be with me. If you love me and you want to be with me, why does how many partners I had in the past really affect you that much? And then I also get where someone's like, well, sex is something really sacred to me and I want a partner that has either no body count or the same body count or a lower body count, like, or low body count, or like something that matches mine. Like, I get that. Personally, I don't give a damn. I'm a little slut. I have my little slut area where I was, outside. But if my man is like, oh yeah, my bodies are over like 500, I'm gonna be like, that. But I'm still like, well, that did work. That did still work. Okay, then we good. What you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? If I'm with a girl and she's like, girl, I've been with like 700 people, I'm be like, that pussy still work. You ain't got no broken pussy. That pussy still work. That Gucci still work. Okay, so what the fuck are we talking? Why are you telling me that? Girl, I don't care. I don't ask people what their body count is unless it comes up in a conversation and it's like, girl, did you just say you had 300 body count? Like, you know what I mean? It'll like come up like that. But I'm not going to be like, so what's your body count? While pillow talking. Like, that's, for me, that's not a deal breaker. But I can see why that may be a deal breaker for other people. I'm not saying that's a deal breaker that I agree with. But I'm also saying, like, I guess I can kind of understand. Like, I guess. Again, it's 2024. Some people may agree with this. Some people may not agree with this. At the end of the day, if you ain't fucking them, why it matter to you? Why it matter to you? Let these people deal with it. It's sad. It's really sad. Because it's like, damn, you don't want to be with someone based off of their high body count. But at the same time, I'm like, what if someone's like, oh, no, I don't want to be with you if you're a virgin because you won't know how to please me. Or like, I have to teach you. I have to do this. What about that? What about that perspective where someone's like, oh, I don't want a partner that's a virgin. I don't want a partner that's a low body count because they might not know how to please me. What about that conversation? Let's talk about it. Nobody talks about that. So, yeah, girl. I don't know. I think that's a good note to leave the episode off on. So let me know what you guys think about that question, or even answer it in the comment section. Is a high body count a deal breaker for you? Why or why not? And then again, tell me if you learned anything from this episode. Tell me if maybe these educational episodes will be something that you look forward to. It doesn't only have to be like educational. I want it to be, but I can do like a story time where I talk about how y'all got fucked. Girl, I love knowing y'all business. Not even just y'all business. Y'all can know a little bit of my, well, no, because I'm never, oh, well, I can tell you old stories because I ain't gonna tell you what I'm doing with my man. I ain't gonna tell you what I'm doing with my man now. Shit. I ain't gonna tell you, but so we could talk. We could talk. It's cute to talk, but let me know. Thank you for watching or listening to this episode. I hope you enjoyed it in some type of way. Please take care, brush your hair, and wash that motherfucking derriere, girl. I ain't even got nothing to say to you tonight. I don't even know. I guess wash your comforter. Yeah. When the last time you watched that shit? It's been more than 2 weeks. It's been more than 2 weeks. I ain't judging you. I'm just saying wash it. I'm just letting you know, wash it if you can, girl. If a washing machine is accessible to you, that's how you say whatever. If you able to reach one, girl, if you able to use one, girl, just throw that shit in the washer. You know what I'm saying? Just a little fresh. Let it smell like a pine. Cause that shit smell like some type of wood, and I ain't even gonna say, all right, bye, bitch. I'm not doing that.